This is Boomer from the Vapor Exchange at the Flavor Vapor, located in Centralia, Illinois, and this is a product overview of everything that you guys are going to be selling. First, we're going to start off with the CE6 Basic Clear Miser. It's plastic. This is refillable. It also has a replaceable coil. To change the coil, you're going to unscrew the base as so. This is the coil right here. This is the heating element. It needs to be switched out every 2 to 4 weeks. It can last longer. It all depends on how often you smoke and how heavy of a smoker you are. Also, I'm taking this apart to show you that whenever you twist this on your battery, you always want to hold the textured part and twist the battery on. You don't ever want to twist the tank off, because if you do, you risk the chance of doing this and getting juice all over. You're going to have a bad time. Also, how to fill the CE6 tank, you're going to unscrew the mouthpiece right here. This unscrews. You're going to squirt the juice down the sides of the barrel. Also, there's a fill line on the side. It's 1.6 milliliters. Once again, don't overfill this tank. You do risk the chance of flooding it. Okay, so next we have the VV Nova aluminum metal tank. It's this guy right here. It's pretty much 5 pieces. You have your base and stem built into one. You have your coil right here. That needs to be switched out every 2 to 4 weeks. You have your barrel right here. And then you have your top fitting and your mouthpiece. Okay, so how it goes together is you're going to screw the coil into the stem as so. Your barrel goes right over the top. Make sure the letters are lined up like this. You don't want them upside down. Top fitting goes on like this. And your tip goes on like this. This is how you fill the VV Nova tank. You're going to unscrew the top. And you're going to squirt the juice down the sides of it. You don't want any juice in the middle pin. You want it to go down the sides. Don't overfill this tank. You do risk the chance of flooding it. So fill it up to about the bottom of the plastic piece. The VV Nova tank on a battery without a skirt, this is what it looks like. Kind of awkward. So what you do is you get a skirt like so. You're going to screw it right onto the battery. This not only makes it look cooler, but adds support to the tank in case you drop it. That's what it looks like fully put together. Okay. Okay, there's 4 basic rubber seals on this tank right here. You need to have one down in here, one up here, and then one on each side of this stem. It creates that airtight seal that you'll not get no juice that comes out. I'm glad this stuck to it. See how it's stuck right here? See it right there? Kind of pops off. That shouldn't come off like that, but on these new tanks I'm glad they do come off, because it shows you that they do come out. So if it ever does come out, just put it down the base. So you need one down there, right here, and then one on each stem. And what that does is just locks it in. Because if not, it's not going to be airtight. When you put juice in it, you do risk the chance of getting juice everywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to put this guy together real quick. Take the stem, screw it into the base like this. The glass tube fits over the stem. Top fitting goes over, screws into the stem as well. Don't ever twist anything on too tight. Once it gives, give it a little bit more. Okay, the coil goes into the base like so. Should never have to take a tool to anything, just finger tight's good enough. Once that's together, it screws into the base of the barrel. And the mouthpiece pops right on top. That's how you put it together. To fill this tank, you're going to hold it upside down. You're going to unscrew the base. Always hold the piece right here, the middle and the glass tank together when you unscrew this, because you could possibly unscrew this base and get juice everywhere. So you don't want to do that. You want to hold these 2 pieces and twist this base off like so. You're going to squeeze the juice through one of the 3 outer holes on the inner piece. Don't overfill it. Fill it up to where it's reasonable. And then anytime that you put juice in one of these mini DeVee tanks and flip it over, there is a bottom compartment. That's where the 3 holes go. You want to make sure those air pockets come up. Because if you flip it over and you think you can put it on a battery and start hitting it, there's a good chance it's not saturated yet. You're just going to burn the coil up. And then it's just like, that wasn't cool. The coil that comes inside the mini DeVee is a 2.2. The extra coils that come with it are a 2.5 and a 1.8. How you put the mini DeVee tank on a battery. You're going to hold the base and twist the battery on. There's no need for a skirt on this. It's built into the tank. Some people don't like the bulkiness of the bigger tanks, therefore that's why they get a smaller one. The Big David is pretty much the same exact thing. Mouthpiece, top fitting, glass barrel, middle stem, the bottom of the barrel, your coil, and your bottom fitting. Same thing for this glass tank. Notice the rubber seal came out with it. You want to put that rubber seal down back into the base. Sometimes it might come off on the top or the bottom, but anytime you take this apart and clean it or put it together, you want to make sure you have a seal down here and a seal up here. So when you tighten everything, it just suctions it, makes it airtight. Okay, so to put this guy together, you're going to take the coil, screw it into the base. Take this top fitting, screw it on top of the coil in base. Put your stem on over the coil. And then you notice the rubber seal kind of disappears when I tighten it in. Right when it disappears is perfect. Glass stem goes over that. Top fitting goes over this. Don't twist it on too tight. Once it gives, go a little bit more. And the mouth tip fits right on top. To fill this tank, you're going to flip it upside down. You're going to unscrew just the base. Hold the two pieces right here to make sure that you're getting a good grip and only twist the textured part off. This one, instead of having 3 holes like the Mini David does, it has 2. So take your needle nose bottle, push it through one of the holes, and squeeze your juice until it fills the tank up. To put this on a tank, this is what it looks like without a skirt. It's kind of awkward. I'm going to take the skirt, screw it on the battery first. And just like the VV Nova with the skirt, it adds support and it makes it not look as goofy. That's what it looks like when it's fully put together. This battery right here is a 900 milliamp hour battery. It should last a regular smoker a day to a day and a half per charge. This is the 1100 battery. This should last a user anywhere between 2 and 3 days per charge. This right here is also an 1100, and this is also an 1100 right here. All 3 of these batteries will last you 2 to 3 days per charge. The reason why these 2 are longer is because this has an LCD screen on it, which shows you your puff count and your battery gauge. This one right here is a variable voltage. It goes from 3.2 volts all the way up to 4.8. Just because it goes to 4.8 volts doesn't necessarily mean you need to go that high on it, but it does offer the option. The only reason you would go above 4.8 volts or use 4.8 volts is if you have above a 3.0 coil, which is very unheard of. I've seen them come in the shop, and I've told people, no, they don't make those. And the guy's like, yeah, they do. And I'm like, oh, I guess they do make 3.5 coils. But this is your basic battery. It has a 510 thread on it. Any battery that you'll get is going to have a 510 thread. There are other series of batteries out there, like in the world. This 15 milliliter bottle at $8.99 equates out to 60 cents per day if you smoke a milliliter a day, which is equivalent to a pack a day. This is the 30 milliliter bottle. This is equivalent to 30 packs of cigarettes. This is equivalent to 50 cents a day. All of our juice is of a 60-40 ratio. That means 60% PG, 40% VG. VG and PG are the main ingredients in juice. The more VG, the more vapor. The more PG, the more throat burn. So we balance it out. We want the throat burn and the cloud. So therefore you have the illusion that you're actually smoking a cigarette still. People who do rebuildables and stuff, they do a straight VG. They don't want PG in it. PG is man-made. It's patented by the Dow Chemical Company back in the 30s. It is the main ingredient in asthma inhalers. Do you guys have Jack in the Boxes right here? It's in ranch dressing from Jack in the Box. We use food grade PG and food grade VG. It's completely harmless. It's kosher too. We use a medical grade nicotine too, so everything is like US produced, top of the line. But those are the 2 different size bottles. The nicotine levels for a 0, obviously that's for someone that would possibly smoke hookah sometimes. A 6 is for someone that smokes hookah a lot and smokes possibly 3 to 5 cigarettes a day. Not both. Either they smoke hookah or they smoke 3 to 5 cigarettes a day. 12 milligrams for about a half pack a day. 18 milligrams for about a pack a day. 24 is for about a pack and a half. 36 you guys don't sell, so that's really not important. We do offer that for someone that comes in that's been smoking for 30 years and they smoke 3 packs a day and they want to get off cigarettes. Guess what, buddy? We got you covered. You want some 36. Same sizes go for the 30 milliliter. We also put nutritional facts on the side for a reason. This right here is your standard USB car adapter. These are the same car adapters they sell at Schnucks, Walgreens, Walmart. They're usually like $10 when you buy them in the store. You have to sell them for like $5.99. Here's a USB charger. This is how you charge your battery. This thing's going to get twisted right into the charger. Once again, don't twist anything on too tight. There's an indicator light. Red means it's charging, green means it's done. A normal battery should take from 2 to 3 hours to charge. This plugs into your computer. If you have a smartphone or an iPad or a tablet that has a wall plug, you can use that as well. If not, this is the wall plug that plugs into it. This will plug into your wall. This will charge it like so. Also, if you're on the go and you're in the car, this will plug right into here, and you can plug it into your AC adapter in your car.